Hey everybody, welcome to the Foglands. This is Well Told Games' latest IP that they're bringing to you, launched about a week or so ago. According to Well Told, the Foglands is an anti-Western action narrative roguelike that has you diving through floors of monster-filled, ever-shifting, secret-packed rooms using your fists, several kinds of guns, and cans of beans to save your home from an ancient monster. Boy, that is a mouthful. There's a lot going on here, so let's go ahead and take a look. So first off, this game is available on PlayStation VR2 and the MetaQuest. It's not available on Steam yet, although it is coming. If you go to the Steam store, you can see where they have it pending arrival. They do not have a date for it yet, but it will be coming to Steam so that you can play it on PC. As you can see, I'm playing in VR. Specifically, I'm playing on a PlayStation VR2 headset. However, the game does not need a VR headset to be played. It can also be played in flat screen, in which case you play in first-person mode. It's a nice little feature that they've added, but quite frankly, it's a lot better in VR. But it's not required, which is a nice addition. So what is this game about? Well, apparently, my name is Jim. Or at least, in the game, I'm Jim. That's what they tell me anyway. So you wake up and Jim is being conscripted to be a runner. A runner is one of these guys that go out into the fog, hence the Foglands, to find stuff to bring back to camp. That's essentially what you're doing. Apparently this fog rolled in one day, created all kinds of havoc, and if you go in the fog, you die. Except for these runners that get to go into the fog. Somehow they live because they have the skills to do so, which you're given guns and other things to do it with. And you go and get supplies for the colony. So at its core, that's what this whole game is about. So out there in the fog, you have these monsters, also known as, who could have guessed it, zombies, hanging out in the fog that are trying to kill you. I shouldn't just say zombies, there are other creatures as well, with gargoyles, for lack of a better term, things with wings that sit around that try to see you and shoot you. And the question becomes, well, okay, how do we destroy them? Of course, we have our old faithful 6-shooter that we have on our hip that we have to acquire. But I will tell you right now, the guns in this game seem a little, how shall we say, paintballish? Yeah, you can imagine that. So you take your paintball 6-shooter around, essentially just shooting zombies and shooting the gargoyles and making your way through the levels. What they do not make explicitly clear in the game, they have it on their website, but not in the game for some weird reason, is that there are 2 floors to every level that you go on. One involves a boss level where you go in there and you kill the boss. The other one is more of a farming level biome where you go in there just to get your power-ups, the extra cogs and whatever else you need to power up your character later on, and things you need for your infinity and to get the maps unlocked, things of that nature. Like I said, they don't make it very clear in the game, but they do mention it on their website, which is helpful. Now, in terms of graphics, the game actually looks pretty good. It looks like it was done in Unity and Unreal Engine to give it a really good look, and there are some aspects to the AI that are real telling. I'm not going to call the AI very smart, but they're there. Now, one of the spots I would like to highlight is the ambience and the music in the game. The music is actually really good. It really makes you feel like you're in a real steampunk western feel, which, you know, if you got rid of all the sewer pipes and all of that, I really believe I'm in the Old West, which is a great feel for the game. I agree with that quite a bit. I just wish the rest of the game would follow through on that. So what is it like to actually play the game? The actual controls feel pretty good, but in general, you can pick up most anything in the game. If you see a hammer lying on the ground or a can lying down on the ground, keep in mind, I have not found uses for these other than just to check out a zombie of some sort and hopefully do some amount of damage. But the aiming is suspect at best. Trying to hit anything with these objects is, well, that's a mini game unto itself, seemingly. You don't have to pick up everything that you see and put on your belt because you only have about 4 spaces to put anything. So you can pick up the rocks and throw them at the zombies if you so desire. The punching is, once again, suspect. I had to try several times just to punch some boards out of the way. I had to try several times because it just was not registering the contact between my fist and the boards. I guess I just had to hit it in just the right spot in order for it to register. That was a real point of consternation for me with this. So at the end of the day, what do I think about this game? I think it was a very nice attempt to be a great game, but quite frankly, it falls short for a lot of different reasons. Mainly because, number one, the controls and the interaction that you have with the physical environment is suspect at best. It's very janky, so it really takes away from the experience. Maybe in first-person view it might work a little bit better, but VR, it's a definite fail, a doubt. Second thing is, while it's a great environment and they've created this great world, there are no people. There's barely anybody to talk to, interact with, or actually have a real conversation with to give you all of the great backstory that we know is there. There are other ways to get it, I'm sure, but to be launched into a world and you effectively converse with 2 people as well, I don't know, disappointing. And you know, you're supposed to have people huddled in these areas. There's nobody huddled there at all. It's just 2 people. So there's a lack of characters in the game. Well, hey, thanks everybody for watching and supporting the channel. If you have any comments, don't forget to put them below in the comments section. Like and subscribe. And I will talk to you again later. Peace.